Howdy folks, Eric here from North American Adventures. I am back in Sweden for the summer, just outside of my parents' hometown of Skovde. And I'm just getting started on the Billingeleden, which is about 36 miles round trip. It's going to take me about 3 days. It is mid-afternoon here already, about 3:30 p.m. I had to hike up here about a mile from my grandma's apartment in the middle of town, but now I'm out in nature, ready to go. The weather this weekend, decent, like 68, 70 degrees most days, some rain, but we're gonna enjoy ourselves nonetheless. So let's get to it. Hello, Mr. Deer. Ooh. Already spotted some wildlife, and I am really pumping uphill here. Sweating already, but that's good. Got a lot of weight on my back, at least 40 pounds, but should be no problem. Just gotta put one foot in front of the other. Here's the official starting point for Billingeleden. You can see we are right here. This is sort of the central recreational area that I've been walking through. I came from down here in the middle of town. And then I'm doing all this orange trail. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'll pop back into town. Should be 36 to 40 miles. And I'm going to camp first night. Just going through this first section. And then about halfway into the second, there should be something called Gråmuren. I think that might be right here. It's a bit of an old ruin, and there's a bit of a picnic table, grill spot, and then I'm gonna set up my tent there. You can see it's broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 different sections. And there are some bathrooms and water along the way as well. So should be all good. Let's get to it. Next stop will be a really nice viewpoint. So we're at about 900 feet and we're just at that viewpoint back there overlooking all of Skovde. And then I passed by these cute little troll sculptures. There's sort of a mascot for this mountain, and it's one of those trolls, which is kind of cute. But we continue on, and I immediately ran into a snake. There are very few poisonous snakes in Sweden. This one is not one of them, and the one that is poisonous, not life-threatening. So that's one thing you don't have to worry about in Sweden, at least. So we'll say goodbye. Thanks for the visit, and we continue on the trail. Like I was saying, Billingetrollet is sort of the mascot for the mountain. Just sort of a fun way for the kids to get into it. And you can also see there's like some outdoor workout equipment. So Sweden is very good at trying to get people out into nature and exercising. They also have this Tips Promenade, which is essentially a trivia walk, just for another thing to do while you're out and about. I promise we'll eventually get out into the wilderness here, but you can see they have this nice old style wooden hut, and according to the sign, that's where the Billingetrollet lives. I believe they take school children out here on field trips, and then there's all sorts of activities for them to do. They also have these small wind shelters that you can book for pretty cheap. And then you have like a really nice spot for a picnic or a barbecue, whatever you want to do. And you can see they've got a very similar view looking out over Skovde. Super nice. Nice lake there in the distance, picnic table, barbecue spot. And they've got what they call rymdskeppet, the spaceship. Honestly, I don't know what the point is, but just some more fun, silly stuff. We're gonna be following the bee, Billingeleden, black on orange, the entire way. You can see up on the mountain here, it's mostly pine forest, and there's a ton of moss along the ground, and it is quite rocky as well. Right over there you can see protruding out of the ground. It is quite the vibe in this area, I must say. Very, very green, very, very beautiful. I really love the way the sun shines through the pine forest. I think as the day goes on, it'll get even more and more beautiful. I've got a late start this afternoon, but I'm only going about 10 miles total. Already 3 in, and it's only been over an hour. And since it's a week after midsummer, the sun doesn't set until like 10:30, 11 p.m. So I've got plenty of daylight to work with. So you can see Trollstigen continues straight here, but we are following Billingeleden into the forest a bit. I believe as we get further and further away from the main recreation area, we should be running into a lot less people, and we're going to get a lot more single track trails, and it'll feel a lot more like wilderness. So I'm looking forward to that. The first point of interest is going to be Rydsgrottor, which are these like caves, 2.3 kilometers, so not too far at all. Lots of rocks and roots and pine needles as the trail here. Just taking a quick water break here. All around you can hear the birds chirping. Super peaceful. This should be a really lovely 3-day trip. We are coming down to a road here, and you can see it's fairly technical coming down here. Bit of a rock climb almost. We're going back onto a smaller track trail here, and you can see it's a little overgrown. We'll see if that is a pattern that continues along the way. Definitely going to be checking myself for lice, or for ticks. The ticks in Sweden can carry Lyme's disease, but it's very uncommon. We must go over. We're coming up on another really nice viewpoint. Here's the hospital right in front of us here, and Skovde over to the right here. This area is what they're calling Rydsgrottor, because they're a giant valley down here created by these massive boulders, probably sculpted during the Ice Age. You can see it's actually like 100 feet down, and then there's like, you could say a cave system down there, but I assume no one's been doing any spelunking. It sort of wraps around here as well. Another angle here. You can see it is quite deep. Definitely death if one were to jump. No guessing about that. Super cool. I've never actually been here before. Pretty butterfly. Okay, now we're coming up on Imsingborg. You can see in the illustration here, it's sort of like a little hilltop, not community, but the local people would come up here during times of war to escape from the danger. So we'll see how much of it is left. I'm still not sure if it's supposed to be like right here where it was, but you can see why someone would pick a spot like this. Another excellent view over the surrounding area. You could see the enemies coming from miles away. We've passed it now. Come to the other side, there's another sign. I think it's fair to say there ain't nothing left. But it's called the ruins nonetheless. Anyhow, I see here on the sign we have 7.5 kilometers to Gråmur, which is where I'll be spending the night. So we're making great time. just off the trail here, and I've stumbled upon this fairly new winch out there. Even got a porta potty, which is awesome. I'm definitely going to keep going though. A lot of progress needs to be made before I can sleep for the evening. So, back to the trail. We've been coming downhill now. This sign has almost been lost in the tree here, but we're continuing downhill this way. There's been a lot of up and down lately. It's never flat, always up or always down. But nonetheless, we have just about a mile left to the end of the first section of Billingeleden. And then after that, it's only another 2 or 3 miles to my campsite. We're coming through a bit of a cow patty here. Slight smell of manure on the nose. And I spotted some wild strawberries, aka smultron. This one is just about ready, so I'm gonna eat it. That one's a little white. Super tasty, very flavorful. Got a couple. Ooh, got a couple more here. Flies buzzing all around me, so I got to get moving. But there she is, beautiful specimen. Oh, there's a really nice dark red one. So good. I found the first cows of the trip. Hello, friends. Those are some beautiful beef cattle. Some younger calves there as well, you can see. They're just chilling for the evening. Got themselves a nice spot. Oh, he's gonna come stretch his legs. Super cute. You can see the trail here is fairly overgrown. Hopefully I don't get any nasty poison ivy stings, but all I can do is push onward. I was coming along the path here and I noticed this beautiful big tree here. Absolutely gorgeous. And looky, giant fungal growth. Kind of looks like chicken of the woods. And it very well may be. But I'm not gonna eat any. We continue. Okay, we found ourselves another Billingeleden sign, which means we've come to the end of the first section. You can see here, we've gone from here to here. Stora Liden Råna, and there's a parking just up ahead. So we've gone 7.5 kilometers, aka 4.7 miles, total of 7.2 miles from my grandma's house back in town. We push onwards another couple miles to the campsite. Okay, just finishing up another big uphill, about 500-600 feet. Whew. I needed a breather. I'm definitely out of shape. I haven't hiked in a minute. There's a hare there, and it's on its way. Bye-bye, bunny. Okay, we only have half a mile to go. I'm starting to get really exhausted, to be honest. My feet are hurting a bit, but we push on. We're coming through a bit of a clear-cut area, and you can see it is very windy today. But honestly, it's really nice, just cooling me down. Starting to get into the golden hours here. We found another Billingeleden skylt. We are right here. Here is Gråmur Fornborg. Should be just up around the corner here. Hopefully we can camp here. There you go, a little more information even in English. The hill fortress was built in the mid-Iron Age. The stone wall was originally reinforced with a wooden palisade. The purpose of the fortress was probably to protect both people and livestock. It is not known whether battles took place here. To be honest, there's not much to see. Potentially the remains of something in this area, but this is what we're here for. Picnic spot, and I'm gonna set up my tent here for the night. I've got quite the view here. Decent flat spot and a picnic table. It is going to be quite windy through the evening, I believe, but it should probably die down overnight. Should be very cozy. It's just past 7:30, and I've done about 9.7 miles in 4 hours and 20 minutes, so decent pace today. Hopefully I can keep that tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling in the morning. Alright, half an hour later, I have a very poorly set up tent. It'll have to do. Fuck this tent. I'm definitely gonna get a new one next time I go out, but you can see the sun is finally starting to come down towards the horizon. I'm enjoying this beautiful view. It's time to get these boots off, and then I can relax for a moment before I eat some dinner. It's pretty cozy in here, I gotta say. Just doing some damage control on the toes here. We got a real nasty blister here. Definitely gonna need a band-aid on that tomorrow. And then got a smaller one on my heel here. That one's not too bad. And almost a blister on this side, but it looks to be a-okay. Oh, just enough room to lay down. Feeling all yellow. Gonna relax here for a sec, drink some water, eat some snacks. Just noticed this little guy crawling on me. Little baby tick. He's gotta go. Give him a nice crushing. Oh, he's still struggling. Ticks are hard to kill with your bare hands. Gotta get some nail moth. There you go. Now he's a goner. I'm gonna change and do a proper body check. My shoulders are absolutely killing me. I really hope I feel better in the morning. And I realized I don't have a spoon or a fork to eat my ravioli, so you don't get dirty with it. Managed to eat the ravioli. Only spilled twice. Hopefully these will go away in the wash. It's about 9:30 now. You can see still looks bright as if it was daytime out. We're getting a really nice sunset right now. Absolutely gorgeous.